Hey everyone, welcome back to Feral Central and thank you for joining me for episode 2. Today we're diving into the themes of Princess Mononoke, specifically those about modern day society including moral leadership, the tension between modernity and tradition, and Miyazaki's critique of Japanese society. So let's jump in and explore the layers of this incredible movie. One of the most fascinating aspects of Princess Mononoke is how each character operates in this morally gray area. Unlike many stories where characters act as either heroes or villains, the characters in Princess Mononoke have complex motivations and act in ways that feel incredibly human. Miyazaki masterfully portrays how people can be driven by duty, personal ambition, loyalty, or even self-interest without being entirely good or evil. Just like in the real world, morality in Princess Mononoke isn't black and white, especially when it comes to leadership and making decisions that affect a community. Let's first look at Lady Eboshi, the leader of Irontown. On one hand, she's a fiercely protective leader, providing her community with jobs, security, and a sense of purpose. Irontown thrives under her leadership, becoming an industrial powerhouse through the mining and deforestation of surrounding lands. She might seem like the once-ler from the Lorax just looking at the way she treats the environment, but she also has a caring side, desiring to uplift the marginalized people under her care. Those including people suffering from leprosy, former prostitutes, and those who society has rejected. Clearly, Lady Eboshi isn't heartless, but she sees nature and spirits as obstacles to her people, resulting in her clash with the forest spirits. And through her journey, we're able to see that leadership often requires balancing the needs of the people with the impact on the world around them, a delicate moral tightrope that can make even the best of intentions lead to unintended consequences. The theme of modernity versus tradition is also central to Princess Mononoke. Irontown, with its technological advancements and urban growth, represents the modern world, while the forest and its spirits, alongside characters like San and Ashitaka, embody the values of a more traditional, indigenous lifestyle. Miyazaki himself has commented about how deeply uncomfortable he is with modern Japan's pursuit of profit and power over heritage, often admiring the Jomon people, who are pre-modern, indigenous inhabitants of Japan, who lived thousands of years ago, believing that they may have lived happier, more harmonious lives compared to modern society. According to Japanese political scientist and international relations expert Shimizu Kosuke, Miyazaki's film also criticizes Japan's policies that focus on soft power, suggesting that the country's embrace of modernity has come at the expense of its rich indigenous traditions. This is subtly mirrored in the story, where samurai refer to Ashitaka as an oni, or demon in Japanese, reflecting the way indigenous groups and outsiders were historically pushed aside or even demonized by dominant cultures. This divide mirrors the real-world history of Japan, especially during periods when it expanded into the territories of indigenous people, such as the Ainu in the northern regions of Japan. So I actually visited some of these remnants of these Ainu people in Hokkaido last summer, where I got to see these houses, these little huts made of wood that actually dug into the ground. And I got to go inside and look at the tools that they used to use, and it really increased my appreciation of this Ainu culture, this old traditional Japanese culture that Miyazaki really loves. Another interesting character to talk about is Jigobo, who serves under the emperor and manipulates Lady Eboshi's ambitions for his own gain. He's a reflection of what Miyazaki dislikes about modern Japanese society. People who have become company men, blindly serving the interests of their organization or corporations without questioning any of the consequences, resulting from the homogeneity and shame-based culture of Japan, where duty to an organization often outweighs personal morality or even critical thinking. Miyazaki doesn't shy away from critiquing his own society, especially when it comes to how Japan markets its culture. It is incredibly ironic how Miyazaki films like Princess Mononoke are celebrated worldwide and have become a part of Japan's soft power, a cultural tool that brings political influence and economic gains to the country. In a sense, the film critiques the very system that it has become a part of. In this way, Miyazaki seems to be cautioning against the commodification of culture, the reduction of complex traditions and diverse backgrounds into a simple, profitable product. This simplification erases the nuances of Japanese history and overlooks the fact that Japan is a mosaic of different influences and backgrounds. It's a powerful and sometimes uncomfortable reality that speaks to the film's broader message. Progress is inevitable, but it should not come at the cost of our identities or the natural world. Princess Mononoke is a story about many things: human nature, leadership, progress, and the inevitable clash between tradition and modernity. But it's also a call to remember that every advancement comes at a cost, and it's up to us to decide how to navigate that cost responsibly. Thank you for tuning into Feral Central. I hope you enjoyed this look into Princess Mononoke and its themes of morality and modernity. Next episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at the themes of ethics and innovation in Princess Mononoke. Until next time, thanks for listening.